Welcome to our video on creating an NDTRS link form for the eCASS system. Hi, my name is Phil. eCASS is a client management system, or a database, built for your addiction service by Enclude to record important client information. The NDTRS form is used by addiction services in Ireland to record treatment data for the Health Research Board. Recent changes have been made to this form by the Health Research Board. In this video, we're going to take you through the different steps for creating an NDTRS form. And in this case, we're going to use a fake client called Joe Blogs. Once we've found a client record, what we'd like to do is review some of the information that's been recorded just to make sure it's up to date. Let's click the edit button. So here I can see the client's name and their client ID, and their mobile number and address have already been recorded. Great. Here, just double checking that the gender and birth date have been added to the client's page. The small area is a new section on the form, and we're going to come back to it just before the end. In the next section, we have the demographic details. So for those who have already used an NDTRS form in the past, these will look pretty familiar. I'm just going to update some of the information on here. It's possible that the demographic details for Joe Blog have changed since the last time he presented to our service. A brand new question on this is question 3B, self-defined sexual orientation. If you have questions about some of the new fields that have been added by the Health Research Board, at the end of the video, I'll give you some advice and a few links so that you can look for some more information. A new section on the NDTRS form is children's details. Now let's suggest that Joe Blogs has two children between the age of 5 and 17, and both these children are living with the service user. Take an opportunity to review this section so that you're more familiar with these different questions. Now that we've completed updating the information on Joe Blogs' record, let's press save. Don't forget, I told you to come back and take a look at the small area details. Now that we've entered the address, I can click the button Get Small Area. What it does is take the address information and populate it with some of the different small area details needed. This would be replacing the area of residence on the previous NDTRS form. Now, it doesn't update right away. All you need to do is go to the top of the screen, click the refresh button on your browser, and you'll see the small area details have been added to this page. Now that we've finished updating the information on the client record, let's go to the top of the page, click on the button, New NDTRS link form. When we do this, we're brought to a blank form. I like to get started by clicking on the pause button and then clicking the box that says tick to confirm 2019 client. If your organization has a number of different treatment centers, go over here and click the appropriate treatment center for your service. The first section is the referral and assessment details section. I'm going to get started by adding a data referral. So I click in the box and let's choose the start of the month. Main reason for referral, I'm going to choose drug. And in this example, I'm going to show that Joe Blogs presented to our addiction service with benzodiazepine as his primary problem substance. So I'll just type the word benzo in there and I can choose from the HRB's drug library. I'm going to say the source of referral was a self-referral and that the date of initial assessment was earlier this week. He was suitable for treatment at our addiction service, and yeah, we offered him a spot here. I'm going to say that the number of times he started this year, well, this is his first time, so I'm going to enter the number 1. And here I can answer a few questions about his history of accessing either drug or alcohol treatment. For those of you who have used the NDTRS form before, a lot of these questions will be very, very familiar. So in this case, I'm going to add benzodiazepine as the main drug. One of the key differences in this is that you can add up to 5 different substances. In the previous version of the form, you can only add 4. For the secondary substance, I'm going to choose alcohol. I want to do this because I'd like to show you some of the different questions used for people who list alcohol as a primary substance on their NDTRS form. So let me just finish off this section. Great. So now I'm going to enter some of the information around their drug use. So age of first drug use, let's say they were 15 and the first drug they ever used was cannabis. There's lots of different types of cannabis that are listed by the HRB, so I'm looking for one that's called cannabis unspecified. Also, I said I'd talk a little bit about some of the questions around alcohol use. So I'm going to just say that the person was using beer and just answer a few of these questions. So the client didn't really mention about risk behavior around injecting, so I'm just going to leave that the way it is. I'm going to add some information around a brief intervention, and you'll notice as you scroll through this section when you're working that there's some new different types of activities that have been listed by the Health Research Board. Take an opportunity to review them and familiarize yourself with those changes. I'm going to click Save. So there we have it. An NDTRS form has been added for Joe Bloggs. A little quick tip is I can click on his name. It'll take me back to his contact record. And there I can see that a new NDTRS form has been added to his contact page. If you're looking for information on recent changes to the NDTRS form or about the link system, please contact the Health Research Board. If you or your staff are looking for support around using your eCASS system, the Enclude membership team offers a range of support and resources, including this video, about using your eCASS system. There's some information here on your screen about how you can contact them. Thanks for watching our video on using the NDTRS form, and good luck.